Hey, what's up guys? I just thought I'd show you this one. This is another requested video. Now I did a Zal commentary on, well, my build for a gentleman that put in the comments. And he's actually put another one in and he's asked me if I could do a commentary for me Belfast. Now this gentleman has had a relation of his that has been on the Belfast. I think he said from 1941 and 43. I think so. This is for him. I have actually been on this ship. Me and my son went to London to see it. We, went inside it, saw the engine room and thing, and it is actually really, really good. Well worth going. If you are doing a trip to London, certainly go and see it. You won't be disappointed. Um, so yeah, so this is this my build for the Belfast. Some people call it the win fast and the pay fast. I remember the big hype when it first came out. It was all about, all this Belfast is overpowered and this, that and the other, which, do you know what? It is, I must admit. It's got a lot of tools. It's at tier 7. It can hold its own against tier 8. It could possibly go into tier 9. I took it into a tier 9 match with a couple of clanmates ages ago. And I managed to actually come top with it. We were up there with with Iowas and stuff like that. I think I actually killed an Iowa. Like I gunned him down with HE, and I managed to actually come top. So yeah, so it is a really, really powerful ship. I don't think I've ever met anybody that has said, "Do you know what? I don't think I'll play me Belfast on this one because it's not fair on the other team." um, so yeah, so this is for you, Alan. This is my build, what I use, why I use them, my play style, things like that. Obviously, it's my play style. My play style isn't everybody's, but it works for me. So let's get cracking on. I'm going to go into the modules and the consumables. Now, consumables, let's be honest, it's a premium ship. It prints money, this. I think I get about 300,000 per game using all premiums. Stick all premium consumables on. If you are strapped for cash though, I would possibly just drop the hydro. You might not need 4 charges of it, maybe 3. But certainly try and run as many as you can. As for the upgrades, obviously main armaments mod 1, your guns, you need them. It hasn't got torpedoes, unfortunately. I wish it did. I think it would be a bit stupid if it did. But keep your guns alive. The second slot, I went with damage control. Now, I've not found at all that the propulsion and the steering gears, that doesn't say that they don't go. All it means is I've not thought, do you know what, my steering and my propulsion keeps going, I need to change it. Right? There are times when it will go, but it's very few and far between. At least that's what I found anyway. For the third slot, I went with aiming systems. Now, with the current meta, which is 8.3.1, it's all about CVs. Right? There's a lot of CVs there. Would you go AA? Possibly not, no, because it only does +2 to the explosions. It doesn't actually affect the range of your AA. I have done a Belfast build where I went totally AA and it just devastated planes. That was just unbelievable. That it really was. I think it was when the Kagger and the Saipan was at tier 7. And they just tried to get through and they couldn't. The AA on this is actually pretty good anyway. But the reason why I went aiming systems is I want as many as my shells to hit DDs as I can. Right? If a DD spotted, I'm targeting him. Right? You are a DD killer. Your main priorities are kill the DDs with the caps as well, being open because you've killed the DD. That is your main focus. Support your DD if you can. And then your next ones are possibly I'd go for battleships, and the reason why I'm saying that I will explain later. But yeah, certainly set fire to them. You've got good guns, you've got quick firing guns, and the actual dispersion on it is all right anyway. In fact, I'll tell you the dispersion. The dispersion is 130 meters, so at 15.4 kilometers, it's 130 meters. So the grouping on them is actually really good. Um, so yeah, so that's why I went aiming systems mod 1. And then I went steering gears mod 2 due to my playstyle, and as you know through previous videos, I don't just stay behind islands. I'm quite comfortable going away from the islands, going in open water, using my rudders, moving my ship, slowing it down, speeding it up, changing my course, changing my speed. And it just throws off their aim as well. So I'm quite comfortable doing that. Do I get hit? Yeah, I do. But I think I survive bit longer than what other people might, which is why I've gone steering gears. There's no real reason for you to go damage control system mod 2. So it's a no-brainer really. For me, steering gears mod 2. And then because it's the Belfast, you do actually get your hands on the tier 8 consumable, right, for the concealment, which is what I've done. I've gone concealment. Really don't feel the need for target acquisition because you've got your sonar and your steering gears mod 3, possibly if you want to do more open water. But for me, the concealment is the one that I do, and it takes concealment down to a pretty decent level, must admit. So let's get cracking on with the commander skills. Now, as you can see, oh, sorry, as you can see there, you know, I've done quite a few matches in this, and I think I've trained two 19-point captains and this 14-point captain. So my commander skills, in order, I have gone for priority target. Now, the reason why I've gone for that is, like I say, sometimes I'm in open water and I'm firing at battleships, and there's times where there'll be a battleship behind me and a battleship to my port or something. So my front two guns are shooting at the one at the port. By the time they're reloading, I'm shooting the battleship at the back. Now, when you do that, I want people, I want as much information as I can. I want to know if them two battleships are targeting me. If they're not targeting me, I can carry on shooting at them. If my detection, people targeting me, goes too high, then I will disengage, right? Which is why I've gone priority target. So your first one, priority target, you need to know who's shooting at you and if anyone's targeting you. And then my next one is adrenaline rush. And the reason why I did this is there are times I do get hit, right? My thing is I won't take a tiny little bit of damage, right? If I get hit, I'll either take none or I'll take about 5,000 or 10,000 damage. So even when I'm taking damage, my guns are reloading that little bit quicker, right? So I can get out more damage, which is why I've gone adrenaline rush. Last stand, like I said, I've not even thought about, do you know what, I really do need to put last stand on this because my engines keep getting knocked out. So I've never gone for it. So my second one is adrenaline rush. Now, my third one, superintendent. You've got a lot of tools, use them. Superintendent is actually really good. It'll give you one extra charge of smoke, one extra charge of radar, and one extra charge of hydro. It is invaluable. That I think you've got four. Your match could last for 20 minutes, right? So you've got one every like 5 minutes. I know it takes about a minute and a half to actually get into a battle and start shooting, but you will have enough with them. I've just found that if I don't go premium or I haven't got superintendent, I need to be a little bit careful of when I use them. Whereas now I've got one where I could actually waste if I wanted to, or if I make a mistake, I've got that one charge where I can go, do you know what? I'll just pop smoke and get out of there. So that's why I've gone superintendent. And now what I've done is I've gone IFHE. Now IFHE on this is really good, which is why I said I target battleships because of the pen on it. You might be thinking, well, why is it not concealment? I won't go concealment, right? Only because my concealment is 9.9, right? There are that many CVs about, right? It won't matter if your concealment is at 5 point something, you are going to get detected at some time, right? By, planes and things like that. So yeah, so that's why I just think it's 4 points for 1 kilometre of detection, right? I really think that them 4 points can be used to make your Belfast better, right? Which is why I went with IFHE. So that is my first 10 points. And then what I've done is I've saved up, and for me other 4 points, I went manual control for AA. It gives you that little bit of extra sector control when you have those carriers, especially the tier 8 carriers. If you come up against a tier 8 carrier, he can get through, and because you are such a threat in your Belfast, right, as soon as they see you, people will shoot at you because they want you out of the way because you're such an effective ship. So I've gone with manual fire control for AA. Now, I do have some other points to actually collect, but I would possibly, my other 5 points will possibly go to make my ship a little bit better. I've not really found, you don't need any of these like high alert or basic survivability. Um, Even things like expert loader, because your guns reload quite quick, 7.5 seconds, you can switch anyway, right? It's very rare that I've gone, do you know what, I wish I had AP loaded, right? Whereas, I just switch them. I do. I just go, right, I'll switch them. And then by the time my guns have loaded, that battleship or that cruiser hasn't turned enough, sufficient enough to actually be angled a lot against me. So I wouldn't even go that. I'm thinking possibly going for 3 points, maybe demolition expert, right, to get more fires. Even though I'm mitigating that, I know I'm mitigating that a little bit, and then possibly expert marksman. I found expert marksman is quite good. Now I know what you're going to say. Why are you going to put expert marksman on a cruiser? With a 25.7 second for doing 180 degrees. There are times when you have a fast ship like a Russian a Russian DD that is doing 40 odd knots. That sometimes when I manoeuvre, my guns won't track him. Right, with that, it will. Right, so that's a pretty decent shout. That. Um, and then that will be your 19 points, or you could possibly go, um, oh geez, I don't know. I mean, preventive maintenance, maybe stop your guns from getting knocked out, keep your AA survive. But it is about your play style. But me personally, I think I'm going to save up for demolition expert, um, and then expert marksman. If not expert marksman, I'll probably go preventive maintenance. Then I might even go expert loader, just because I'll have that odd one captain skill that I'll use, and I'll just use it on expert loader. Um, but me personally, I just think concealment is quite a lot of captain points for not much concealment for only 1 kilometre. And like I say, when you've got a couple of CVs on the enemy side, it doesn't take much for them to spot you anyway. So that is pretty much my captain build. My flags and things, you know, it's your preference. Obviously, you get the premium camo and stuff. Me personally, as you can see, I've been going for like 3 XP. I'm trying to get my 3 XP up, but certainly go the Victor Lima, the India X-ray. I do run the detonation. That's on this I do, because people do like shooting at you, and there are times when you might get detonated. But it's your choice, choose your economic flags and things like that. So I'm going to finish it there. I hope it made sense. Why I choose what I do. Like I say, you choose your build that suits you. If you did find this helpful, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I will get back to you. If there's any more ships that you want me to do and I've got them, of course I'll do them for you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.